when you say, and I heard this yesterday as well, that, they've never been the underdog. Yeah. I think they were saying it Sunday during the game or after the game. That's incredible. And it does make you feel like, well, why now? This isn't the best team they've played. And now, obviously, they aren't as good as they have been in the past either. But that makes you think about it. But I would say Minnesota deserves to be favored. I mean, they've got more size than Houston, and Houston's size almost cost Golden State its season. I mean, and Houston's inexperience was a big part of their downfall. This team is experienced. Obviously, Gobert is a veteran, but Ant is in his fourth playoffs. This is his fourth year of playoffs. Last year he gets to the conference finals, so he should, he's a playoff veteran now. Julius Randle, who hasn't been great, has been in plenty of playoff games, as is Jaden McDaniels. Randle and McDaniels are big keys to me because McDaniels has to keep shooting well from three, which he does great in the playoffs as far as three-point attempts. And Randle needs to play well. Like, he's been a bad playoff performer until last series against the Lakers. I think their win over the Lakers in 5 was more impressive than 100%. Golden State. Now, I was impressed with Golden State because Houston, man, they just a tough team that you don't really want to play. So I was impressed by Golden State, but I do think the way they dismantled the Lakers was more impressive. So, yeah, I do think they should be favored.
Yeah, and it is very impressive, the 10-year stretch without ever being a series dog. Why now? One of the reasons now, this is one of the only series they've played where they haven't had home court. Like, 15 home court, 16, 17 home court every series. Yeah. 18 didn't have home court against the Rockets, but still it was the Steph KD Warriors against a team they always beat. They're the favorites there anyway. The years they wouldn't have had home court, they missed the playoffs entirely. Right. You know what I so like that's part of it. The other reason though Minnesota deserves to be favored is Minnesota's better. They're healthier, they're deeper, they're younger, and in my opinion, we just saw a Minnesota play a team that has legends but is undersized, and they dismantled them. We just saw the Warriors play a team that is long and athletic and plays really good defense.
Makes sense.
It went to 7, except Minnesota has the added bonus that Houston didn't, which is guys who can shoot. And and a guy who you can give the ball to go score.
They shouldn't have those droughts that Houston has.
And listen, they will maybe occasionally, but Houston, it was every game but the game Jalen Green played great. You were going to go massive stretch where it's like Houston, they're going to show you the little graphics. Like Houston has 1 field goal in the last 6 minutes, 42 seconds. Like, God dog it. And so I've made this point a bunch, but it's because to me it's so obvious and it's just how I feel. This reminds me so much of 2023, where Golden State had a 7-game war against an upstart young team. That Game 7, they controlled throughout. It was different. This year's because Buddy Hield turned into Klay Thompson. That one, it was because Steph dropped 50. And then they played the Lakers, actually, in 23, and they were dead that opening game, and they were on their back foot the whole series, even though the Warriors had home court in that series, which they don't here. And the Lakers really controlled the entirety of that series, going up 3-1 and winning in 6. I think the other element, Wilds, is Steven Adams looked the best he has looked since he was prime Steven Adams, young in OKC. So what's Rudy going to do?
Great question.
Is Rudy going to have 3 20-rebound games? Maybe. Or
I feel like no.
Oh,
I think he'll have one at least.
He's flying high with.
That's the other thing.
Well,
Rudy feels great.
Best he's ever in his
Rudy
career.
is going to be an interesting.
But that's
matchup.
the other thing is this. We talked about this yesterday, Brou. Draymond is, and by the way, I was wrong when I explained why Draymond didn't get a flagrant, he got a technical, because that exact thing happened yesterday in the game we watched last night to Joker, and they gave him the flagrant. So it turns out the reason.
What the heck?
Draymond didn't get a flagrant is because it's Draymond, so they changed the rules.
They definitely let him get a flagrant.
And
Are you kidding me?
No, because Joker got the flagrant there. That's why they got 2 free throws. It was the exact same setting. A foul is called, then in reaction to the foul, there is a hit to the other guy's head.
Yep.
That's what Draymond did to Fred VanVleet. They gave him a technical, which is 1 free throw, and he doesn't get the flagrant foul point. Joker did it yesterday. They gave him the flagrant. But regardless, point is, Draymond is 1 flagrant foul 2 or 2 flagrant 1s away from missing a game. And Rudy will bring it out of him.
He showed in Game 7 because, the big story was he made the speech to the team, took the blame for losing his cool in Game 6. He showed in Game 7 he can keep his cool.
But he hit Fred VanVleet in the face.
But after that, and I get that, but seriously.
Yes, after that,
typical Draymond would have kept going and maybe got ejected. I mean, I don't know if they would have ejected him in the Game 7, but to me, he looked different the way he just calmed down and was like, hey, there's no way I'm getting kicked out of this game or even pushing the envelope. You seem to think it's a mismatch. I think this is a kind of a pick'em series. I definitely think Golden State can win this series. I don't know how you don't give them a chance with Butler, with Steph. And again, I am picking. I said the last series I'm not emotionally invested. I really like both of these teams. I had written off Minnesota because I thought they were going to lose to the Lakers because I thought the Lakers were my pick. But so Golden State, I just think watching Steph, if he can march toward a 5th ring, and I don't think they'll get that. But that's interesting and a great storyline, not to mention Butler maybe getting his 1st ring. But then if Minnesota is marching toward really becoming, whether he's not the best player in the league.
The face of the league.
He could be the face of the league. Like if they get to the finals, he will become, I think, the face of the league. And so that's exciting. I'm picking Minnesota. I do think they'll pull this thing out, but I think it's going to be a tough war.
Every home team has lost Game 1 so far.
So that ends tonight. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.